Welcome to the glittery bones of advertising. I'm Jack Hammer, and that makes the on the table. Who we got? Johnny Douglas, welcome. Oh, you're Hendricks today, not Turner.
I came in first. I beat you to the punch.
I'd very much like to be Jack Reacher today, if I could.
Jack Reacher, we've got Jack Hammer, we've got Jack Reacher, we've got CARO Hendricks / Turner, and the lovely
Gabs. Very nice. Well done.
Gabrielle Somerville, get to the summer and call it your bill.
What did you have for breakfast this morning, mate?
Too many coffees.
Avocado on toast, just absolutely delicious. Really nice sourdough, of course.
Yeah. Sprinkled with Nescafe 43 bean or
sprinkled with
roast. Nothing better.
Just a little bump. Well, let's crack on. The bone of advertising. Do we have a bone of advertising to pick this week?
Yes.
Well, what is it?
A bone. I'd like to talk about sequels.
Sequels?
Okay.
Sequels, not just campaigns. Like a campaign to me is something where you've
nothing like being thrown a curveball.
Here's the idea, and then here's like 17 different interpretations, executions that run off that idea.
Okay.
Sequel is, this ad was so good the first time, we're going to do one that's exactly the same but different.
Same but different. I like it. Okay, shall we take a look at this same but different?
Why not?
Here it is, right here.
Gary's daughter likes to dress up like a princess. Is this bad parenting? Jada wants to delete the text message she sent to her ex. But that sends a message that she deleted a message, which is worse than the original message. Frederick wants to leave a better world for his children, but he'd have to have children, which experts say is the least sustainable thing for the planet. Stella's neighbor got a dog called Max. That's her son's name. Did they give their dog a human name? Or did she give her son a dog name? She's confused. Daryl downloaded an app to get, physical. It's where he met his wife. Now, they don't get physical anymore. Alejandro just bought an eco-friendly washing machine on Black Friday. Did he do something good for the environment or something really, really bad? Sophie read that it's not safe to drink the tap water and that plastic bottles kill the planet. How is she supposed to hydrate? She's got 3 days to find out. The world just keeps getting more and more confusing. So obviously, Burger King launches chicken nuggets that got no chicken, but taste like chicken. Plant-based chicken nuggets? Confused.
Oh, wow.
Hold on. I haven't watched the prequel. I didn't know there was a prequel. I thought
there was. Well, no, that will be. That's a good test. What did you think of the ad, Karen?
Okay. I actually really liked it. I was all about it. I think coming out of the pandemic, I think there's like this sense of confusion, exhaustion, social anxieties. Like I felt like it was humorous, but it was also really dark. But it kind of gave a platform to people to think, oh, I kind of feel like that. Like I don't know if I'm doing the right thing or the wrong thing, and I just don't know how to be human anymore. So I thought it was really clever. I really liked it.
Yeah. I'm glad to hear you say that's the classic test of a sequel. If you haven't seen the first one, does the second one? I think the second one is as good as the first. But if you've seen the first, it's like, oh, they've done that gag, but it's kind of different. But it's still, I really liked it. I really like that.
You've liked something? What do you mean? What have you had for breakfast? You don't like anything.
We've agreed on something as well, JD.
Low up five. I like it. For those of us listening on Spotify, you just missed the best up, down, high five that I've ever seen from two people.
It's pretty good.
I like that Jada wants to delete a text that she sent to her boyfriend, but the text would send a text saying that she's deleted the text, which would send an even worse message.
Yeah, like what's worse?
I like the one with the recycling when they're in there, when John thinks recycling is great for the future of children, but he doesn't have children. And the best answer is not to have any children at all.
And it's like that first one. Remember it was similar humor in the first one, for those of you who don't remember it. And it was that like we're bumping elbows now, but aren't we also sneezing into our elbows?
Yeah.
Doesn't that spread?
Transfer the sneeze juice from
That's
my
what
elbow.
I mean. It's kind of like we've all forgotten how to human.
Yeah.
Like, like everything's so overthought now. You're just like, it's just panic stations all the time on, oh my God, that person sneezed, run away. Or like, did I wash my hands? Or, where did this come from? Or where was I last night? Or like all these kind of things. You just, I don't know. I feel like we're just so like stressed.
Do we hug people anymore? Do we shake hands? Do we do that?
Totally.
Wave, like 2 feet away. Like,
it's a weird world. It's a really,
what did you think, Gab?
really
what was
weird
your
world.
take on this stinking ad?
I'm not sure if you saw after we finished watching it, I was having a little snooze.
Oh,
It was just for me. I did not like it.
okay. Did you see the first one as well?
No, I didn't, to be honest. But yeah, controversial opinion. I don't know. It just dragged on for me. And like, I feel like we've heard this COVID story so many times. I think like Cara was saying, the strategy, like it's intelligent, the strategy of it and the insights in it, bang on. But for me, I don't know, maybe I'm too young. I'm too much of a millennial, but I'm over it after the first 30 seconds. I'm like, let's get to the point.
yeah,
For me,
Cara's face is like complete shock. She's like,
No, not at all. I think because we both reacted to it quite differently from different points of view. So like my thought on it is it's actually, bringing to the surface like a lot of kind of mental health issues that are happening, which I think is a really positive thing for a big brand to do. But that's only how I took it. So it's interesting to hear that like you saw it in another way and you're like, boring, like get this stuff off. So how it talks to different people is interesting.
But it's interesting. I'm sorry, Craig, we will get to you in a minute, mate. Just
of course you will, but I'm just sitting here biding my time as I usually do.
It's the whole thing is about confusion. And it's interesting that you've taken that whole kind of post-COVID and mental health thing. It's just about confusion because their plant-based burgers taste like meat. And to my mind, that's the glory of it. Have you seen the print versions?
No.
And it's just big pictures, close-ups of red vegetables that look like, when you look at it close up, it looks like meat. It looks like eating meat. And it just says plant-based burgers, apologies to meat lovers. It's just like there's a disconnect between the print and the television. Both are clever to my mind. But I understand.
Yeah, I agree.
I understand, Gabs, that you didn't like it. And therefore I'm taking you off my Christmas gift list. That's all I'm telling you.
She's been erased.
Pick me.
What about you?
When it came through, JD sent it through and I was privy to the first one, which we both loved. And I did enjoy the first one because it was mixed, it was in the height of pandemic and, all of the bullshit that went on throughout that of fucking elbowing this and all of the crap. They did it spectacular well. I thought they would do the complete flip, like we're out and we're free and people running up and hugging and biting into each other's burger. And I'm like, bring that shit back. Show me what we used to do before all of this, but they didn't. They focused in on that thing that we're kind of still somewhat cloudy. They perpetuated this situation of, I don't actually know what to do anymore.
Yeah.
And I understand why, but I just wanted something completely different. So for me, they're clever as hell, really, really clever. I'll give them that. But I wanted something different. I really did want the antithesis. I wanted the opened up world and I wanted to see people doing the shit we used to do before this pandemic.
Do you know who does it well? Thinking about that, like, could they do it? Could they not do it? Extra have done a really good ad recently where they, they have these people in their like lockdown, outfits, like dirty trackies, like hair's all fucked up and stuff. and then they have a bit of chewing gum, and they like, they're all fresh and they're out in the world and they're just macking on with heaps of people.
Yeah.
So it's like the polar opposite, and that's kind of
That's
super
me.
funny.
That's
But
where I want to
also,
go. Give people
but you
some
watch
joy.
it, I find like I watch it and I'm like, I would still be kind of reserved about like eating somebody else's burger or sharing somebody else's drink, because we've been told this whole time this thing's going to kill you. And
Next
it's
time
so
we have a burger
contagious.
together, I'm going to eat your burger.
Don't you fucking touch my
I'm going
burger.
to touch your fucking
They're
burger.
my
And if you
burger.
get nuggies, I'm going to get you nuggies as well.
We'll get a 20-pack.
I
right.
think that's the whole thing about sequels. Like, isn't that the same thing with television shows? It's like, this one worked really well.
Let's
Yeah.
do the same shit again.
Yeah, here's 6 people living in a flat in New York. Wonder where they got that idea from. You know, like it's.
Yep. Look, you know what?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
The bone of either sequels or clever. And can ads be too clever is the question I'm going to pose to my crew, my posse, my friends here. Can they sometimes be too clever?
Oh yeah, yeah. Shit, yeah. Look at any social media. Look at TikTok. TikTok is just people trying to be clever and failing, or trying to do
Sometimes
what someone
failing,
else.
not
did.
always.
No. Sometimes it's just really boring shit with a really good dance track. Like sorry, no. To answer your original question without going down curmudgeon lane.
God, we were just down a rabbit hole there. Let's see you back up. Get the horse.
Yes, they can be too clever. Sorry, there you go. Simple. But I will defer.
Ladies, what do you think? Can they sometimes be too clever? Do we forget what we're here to do?
I think so, but I think, it's kind of like a paradox though, because it's so clever playing on the confusing part, which makes it clever again. So it's kind of like, who's winning out here? Is it being too clever or being too confusing? But like, you go through that journey as you watch it. But I think there's some that perhaps maybe not being too clever, but trying to be something that they shouldn't be.
Yeah.
I think is a something that a lot of brands fall into. Like, they try really hard to be cool when they're not a cool brand, or they try and be too young when they're a heritage brand, rather than being too clever.
Yeah.
Okay. And Gabs?
Yeah, I agree. I think you hit the nail on the head there, CARO. I feel like they're trying to be something they're not. And I'd love to hear how many fake meat burgers they sold off the back of this, what felt to me like a long form brand ad rather than a product ad.
Yeah, it was almost like a mini, vignette movie, wasn't it? It was bloody long. But, from a clever point of view, it was bloody clever. But as I said, I wanted more Burger King. I wanted more. I wanted happy.
Happy.
I think I really liked it. And apparently the plant-based burger sales they're doing pretty well. I mean, there's more and more of those things, just, shops, meat-free burgers popping up. So,
Okay.
But I think clever needs to come. Sorry, I know you want to.
Please, we've got all day.
Grabbing the reins and the horses bolting everywhere. No, I want to talk.
Yes, you and your plant-based burger. And look, I'm happy that they're making plant-based burgers. And I'm all for it. I'll definitely try on a plant-based burger. No problem whatsoever. As long as I follow it, chase it with 6 meat ones too.
I'm with you, Craig.
Get it in.
I'm upstairs.
CARO used to do that motion all the time with a different context. But for those of you listening on Spotify, you won't know what we just did. So best you come check out.
Shall we go on to the next topic?
Whoa, yesterday was the Met Gala, one of our favorite creative, advertising, designy, people-y things. And I'm going to kick it off with Kimmy K in Marilyn Monroe's actual dress. I'm like,
how did she fit in it? I'm confused. Was it altered?
Yeah, there were reports on some questionable outlets this morning. You don't know if it's true or not, about her dieting to fit into that, because it was not able to be altered. So she
I was going to say, like, Marilyn Monroe and Kim Kardashian, both like quite curvaceous, very.
Wow.
Marilyn Monroe would be considered a plus size model these days.
Totally.
Yeah. Okay.
Like Kim Kardashian would have no trouble fitting into that dress.
Do you think so? But Kim's booty.
Yeah.
That feels like a landmark.
No, but I understand.
But the point being that it was actually Marilyn Monroe's dress
Yes.
at the Met Gala blew my socks off. I'm
Mm.
like, holy shit, whoever came up with that idea, bam, that was cool as Fred.
Blake Lively had it to me in
So
her
good.
transformation dress.
Was that the
That's
one
a-
where the stuff came off and there was another dress underneath?
Yeah, so Statue of
Holy
Liberty
shit,
was
yeah.
like her vibe. So I thought that was super cool.
Blake Lively,
And she does
yeah.
it so well. Like she's
So
so
good.
classy.
How
My
could you
God.
not? Married to
Massive
Ryan
girl
Reynolds, those
crush.
two.
Ah, the two of them, like, just
Just bliss.
It was a bit of a copycat moment though, because a few years ago, Lady Gaga did the exact same thing. She had one dress and then transformed on the carpet and called it performing fashion. So
It's
anyone
all a
have
bit
flames,
wanky
like-
for me, though, don't you reckon? I feel like it's all a bit wanky. It's all these like stars just wearing stupidly expensive clothing.
That's
I don't know. It's a bit like, what is
I
this?
quite like the fact that it's essentially they've taken the runway and they've moved it out the front onto a red
Yeah.
carpet.
Yeah.
Like, it's like remember that The Devil Wears Prada, remember that where Meryl Streep, like Anne Hathaway says, just why not the blue? The blue. Like, and then Meryl Streep goes into this whole thing about how, you know, some designer brought out cerulean for the first time in 50 years, and which you bought.
You love The Devil Wears Prada. How many times
I
have you
love the
watched
Devil
it,
Wears
JD?
Prada.
I
Anne
know, but
Hathaway,
you always reference it. It's cute. I like that you're so into it.
she's
Yeah.
brass. I love it.
I like most of Meryl Streep's work. I like
She's
Julia,
good, yeah.
Julia.
But she just evolves into the characters. Like, how can you do so many characters so well? Like, she can play anything and just star in it. She's just so talented.
I really like the Ricky Gervais's observation that she's been nominated so many times. She's won 5 Academy Awards, but she's been nominated something like 22 times. Which
Wow.
makes her the losingest actress of all time.
What a loser.
Dingo Took My Baby line from her is just outrageous. Like Meryl Streep doing Lindy Chamberlain. Like, really?
Yeah. Just everything. It's just fantastic.
Unbloody believable, I'm going to say. But it brings me to another.
We digress
time
again. How did we get
I
that?
One's the
absolutely
rabbit
love.
hole.
Oh my God, so many holes.
Are you all
Okay,
paying
sorry.
attention?
Reset. Yeah, I got distracted by my phone. Sorry.
Of course you did. It better be your baby.
That's my baby.
Where my
Get in
baby?
my belly.
Baby, the other white meat. Get in my belly. Baby. Anyway, I
We're
digress.
talking about a real
Keeper.
baby.
Yeah, we are talking
Sorry.
about a real baby.
Yeah, no, I don't know. No, she's not here.
Harmonics.
Yes.
Or JD's trumpet.
No, I'm doing a rest today.
I'm not doing either. I'm doing sound bites.
Oh, love a soundbite.
Gotta give these
Yeah.
lips a rest. Okay, so I'm giving you sound bites from brands, and
Okay.
you are picking who they are.
Let's go for it.
Are you ready? I'm going to see if my technical prowess has worked. Let me know if you can't hear it.
Mhm.
Can't
I
hear
need to
it.
be near my ear though, don't I?
I can't hear it.
Where's my mic? Shut up. Oh, I had the volume off.
Oh,
Hold on.
the suspense is killing me.
Windows. PC.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't hear it. I was talking.
Windows.
Do, 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 do.
The next one's going to be Intel.
That's 10.
Walt Disney.
Oh,
Delicious.
Disney.
yeah, well done.
Just for the win.
Well done.
Nokia.
Yes, Gabby.
Holy shit.
Remember these things?
Gabs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Horrible.
We had the banana phone, the slide.
Mm. Oh.
All right, we've only got one more. Someone else has to get it. Well, look at Alicia's getting so competitive
Sorry.
down there. I want to hear it first.
Oh, that's the Mac. It's the startup.
Yeah!
Big
See?
Yeah, the
Sorry, we
stuff,
do-
I hated all of those.
There's one more. Sore loser. Ready?
NFI.
Meat feet.
All
No,
right.
it's
Again?
bread.
Meat feet.
Can you play
Go
it
again? Come
Yeah.
on, Poddle. Listen, Poddle. This is for you. Listen.
Pixar.
Yes,
It's the light.
Pixar.
Yeah, I got one.
Oh,
Anyone who
Oh.
doesn't know, I love Pixar and all they're about, by the way.
Hence why I put it in there. Like I knew you
Yay,
probably
thank
wouldn't be
you.
very
I feel
good at any
better
other
now.
one.
Gab's got like 9 and I got 1.
yeah. Very, very good. I like that. I like that. It's amazing how sound just sort of,
Isn't it? So iconic. Like I can't remember the last time I owned a Nokia, but that sounds like encrusted in my head. Gab, you
How did
probably
Nokia
didn't even
lose the
own a
market?
Nokia.
How did Nokia get their
Nokia?
pants pulled down? Honestly, how did that happen? What happened? Nokia and Ericsson, they both got their pants
I
and
think
undies. Bang,
The
down.
the blueberries? No.
Blueberries and blackberry, you banana.
Blackberries.
Anyway, that's
The blackberries
Total.
came into play, and I think
Another-
they kind of
No, it wasn't.
Sorry.
It was the iPhone.
another.
The iPhone and Samsung competing with iPhone with a massive screen, and Nokia didn't go to the screen as quickly as.
They did.
I don't know. Did Nokia ever get to the screen, or are they still just the ones you're buying
sure
Coles?
they do.
Like,
I'm sure they did.
The
But there was a-
prepaid one.
yeah, like a prepaid Nokia. That's all you get now, isn't it?
My understanding, and I could just be pulling this fact straight out of my ass, so I really don't pay any attention to this.
How much better can it be?
Indeed, so it must be true. I believe that there is still a court case pending between Apple and Samsung about the use of the guided finger guided screen.
Really?
Like they just tie it up years and years and years, and yeah.
Gosh.
So no one quite sure where people get all of their information from, but mine came straight out of my bum.
Well, that, my friends, we can leave that bit in or take it out. But that is another edition of the Bones of Advertising. Don't go changing. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
bye.